Yeah, so first of all, thank you for the opportunity to talk to you guys and to talk about BFGoodrich. It's an honor for me to be in Japan. There's a long history of BFGoodrich in Japan, and so I was very excited after COVID to be able to make a trip to Japan and learn about where the BFGoodrich brand has evolved. So thank you, and it's an honor to speak with you to talk about BFGoodrich, because this is a special country for us as a brand. It's very interesting because BFGoodrich brand, as a brand, part of our DNA, we say, is about encouraging consumers to individualize their vehicle. And so that was part of some of the brand inspiration in making the first raised white letter tires. And then we've played around with some of the design, like outline raised white letter like we have here in the trail terrain. We've also worked on colored letters. And so we really would love to see an evolution to be able to color the sidewall with different colored applications. But when we originally started with the raised white letter view, we found out from consumers that immediately it differentiated their vehicle. And so if you took a Jeep or a Jimny or something with a normal black tire, we found out that putting a raised white letter tire on the same Jimny or the same Jeep, all of a sudden the Jeep looked like a different vehicle. And so we got feedback from consumers that they really loved that look. And we realized that consumers not only wanted authentic performance that our tires deliver, which means we can climb up a hill, we can go through mud, we can go through rain, snow, whatever, but they want to look good. They want their vehicle to look good. They want to look good while they're driving their vehicle. And that was the beginning of the raised white letter sidewall. So yes and no. And so the yes part of our design is what we have is called visual brand language. And so there are certain things that we put in our visual brand language, like the TA and like the different raptor claws. We have certain things that we design into the tread design or the sidewall or the look of the letters that we try to keep the same, because it's kind of part of who we are. It's like we want, when we come out with a tire into the market, we want people to say, that's a BFGoodrich, before they can see it even too far away, because that's how we look, that's the way our tires look, there's that visual brand language. However, over time and depending on the tire and the application, we've done more of the shoulder sculpture, so you're seeing a lot more visual design on the shoulder that serve a purpose for authentic performance. And so you get the shoulder, it performs in digging in sand and loose gravel and things like that, but has also become part of our look. Is when you look at a KO2, when you look at the KM3, now you look at the trail terrain, there's that design of the shoulder that we want to be part of the BFGoodrich look. You're right, we haven't significantly changed the design. We're going to be launching a KO3 soon. And you will see the evolution from the KO to the KO2 to the KO3. where there are subtle changes that we're differentiating to pull out a performance, maybe a new performance that we want to have a little bit better wet traction, maybe, or we want to increase our snow traction. You know, there are certain design elements that we will change to bring a different performance out. But you're right, we haven't changed, nor do we feel like we need to change a significant difference in the tire. The tread design, if you go back from 1993, when you saw the first KO, that tread design, the KO2 tread design, has been copied by more copycatters. I'll just call them that because they come from a lot of different places in the world. There's reasons for the dog bone block. We call I don't have the KO2 here with me, but if you look at the design of the KO2 on the tread, there are tread blocks that are referred to as the dog bone. And that dog bone allows you to get traction in the snow, traction in wet conditions, loose gravel, dirt. That dog bone block is a significant design pattern that allows us to get the performance we want. So then when we went from the KO to the KO2, we didn't change that element too much. We changed more of the shoulder design. If you remember 1993, the KO didn't have nearly the aggressive shoulder design that the KO2 had. So that's what I'm talking about when we evolve our product. And you'll see when the KO3, if the KO3 or when the KO3 comes out, it will come out. There'll be subtle changes because we're going to try to get a little different performance, or while we're maintaining the performances that we have in an industry-leading KO2. In our design, almost any tire we make is what we call toughness. And so we want, depending on the application, we want to kind of be the toughest tire in every application we make. And so I don't think we'll ever depart from our heritage, because that's what's made the brand what it is today. What's interesting for us, an interesting dilemma for us, is the EV evolution, and where you have, you have Ford Lightning, you have the Rivian, you have the Cybertruck. So we're trying to evolve and understand, do we need to make something special for EV, or is the tire that we make already today sufficient for EV? And so we really don't want to compromise what is in our heritage and in our DNA of the product, which is always to be the toughest product out there. But as the market evolves, as vehicles evolve, we have to evolve with that. And so, but I think you're going to always see us have one of the toughest tires in the market. Sure. I mean, we had a meeting this morning, and I had the opportunity to go to see dealers yesterday, and it is very similar in the U.S. compared to Japan, where particularly consumers that never go off-road. So they may have a Jeep, they may have a Jimny, they may have a Land Rover that never touches the dirt. But they want it to look really cool, right? And so that's one of the reasons we brought the trail terrain out, because the beauty about the trail terrain is a very smooth, comfortable ride. It's very quiet, but frankly, if you did take it off road, it's probably as good as most people's all terrain. And so you can climb gravel slopes, you could get into the snow. It's Three Peak Mountain Snowflake. But for that consumer that wants that look, this is a great opportunity because it's quiet and it's a smooth, comfortable ride. If you want something that's a little bit more aggressive, then we have either the all-terrain or the KM3. But this is a nice combination hybrid that will give you that look, that's aggressive look, that looks cool, but also a smooth, quiet, comfortable ride. But I will tell you that, like the United States and like Japan, there are tons of consumers that love the look of the all-terrain TA, and they may never go off-road ever, but it's that look. That look makes their vehicle just really stand out, and it's, in a way, amongst their friends, it's fashion. It's vehicle fashion. And even though this will be noisier than the trail terrain, they don't care. They want that look. They want that fashion. And so my daughter drives a Jeep. She has KO2s on there, and she loves that look. That's her Jeep fashion. And the one thing that both of these tires have in common that I think can help you understand the perspective is they both have Three Peak Mountain Snowflake. And so when you think about the wide variety of usage that the all-terrain that you know since 1993, you've known what a performer that is. Now you can have another tire that maybe is more on-road, but both of those, no matter where you are and you get snow, you can safely get through snow. So you can get through rain, you can get through snow, you can get through dry, you can get through gravel, you can get through some mud. With this one, maybe more mud than this one, not a mud tire, but it gives you that Three Peak Mountain Snowflake gives you that sense of security and assurance that when you do get into snow, you're going to be safe, your family's going to be safe, and your drive is going to be under control. First of all, as I said from the beginning, thank you for the opportunity to be in your beautiful country. This is my first time in Japan, and it's the people are very friendly. The food is delicious. The weather today isn't cooperating, but the weather is awesome. We love doing business in Japan. We love and appreciate the loyalty and confidence that you have in BFGoodrich brand. We promise that we don't take that lightly, and we will continue to make a better tire in the next generation and the next generation. And the only way we've been able to be successful is with the fans like you that support us. And so please, thank you for that support. Continue to support us. We'll continue to make the best product that we can make and the industry-leading off-road tires. So thank you.